G'day viewers, there's some residents in Cottesloe that think the construction of a new shed path along Eric Street is going to kill off Sculpture by the Sea. Well, at least that was their impression back in the middle of February before Sculpture by the Sea kicked off, because they thought the loss of a small number of parking spots was going to be the end of it. Well, I came down on Saturday the 4th of March, which was the day after it opened, and there's a video on that, and here we are on Sunday the 5th of March, and we can see lots and lots of cars parked over the road there, but also plenty of bikes parked in some of the usual, in the bike racks around the place. And I just want to go for a bit of a wander along the beachfront here, and just give you an idea of the crowd sizes, having a look at people that have come by bike, and just review the kind of parking situation. Now, the way they do Sculpture by the Sea, similar to how they do it at Bondi, for instance, it's free, it's open. How do you do crowd counts when the place is not fenced off and you're not selling tickets? How do the organisers know if this year numbers are up or down? And I guess it's going to be very weather dependent on whether people show up. Obviously, a lot of people are going to turn up here on a weekend anyway to do their kayaking or their swimming. And a mate of mine was actually out there with his swim squad about the time I was filming this. We were supposed to catch up for coffee, but never managed to do it. And, knowing where the numbers are up or down, I guess if they'd taken footage or drone footage from previous years, for instance, and they could match up the same days and times and maybe say, numbers up or down. But, making a statement saying, removing, what did they lose? 16 car parking spots is going to kill this off. Oh, come on, get real, guys. Anyway, I had a look at the sculptures. Some are okay, will I go back and have a look? Probably. But look, I followed these three cyclists going up this shared path, which has been around for about 10 years. And this has also attracted complaints back in the day. But I thought it was just interesting to show that there were, in fact, people, going back and forth to and from the beach. They were off for a swim and then to look at the sculptures. I did have a chat with them as I went past. And, I guess they're doing that. They'll be coming from maybe a kilometre or two away, far enough that walking that distance is probably a bit of a pain, but cycling it is pretty easy, even with a reasonably steep hill there. Now, just have a look at this car park. Yeah, all these people are waiting for a driver to back out. So, yep, that's one space, one car out of the way. And the rest of the people are probably still driving around that car park today looking for a parking spot. But, we can see there's, some more bikes here. And look, I didn't film all the bikes that I saw along here because it would get a little bit boring and I wouldn't actually get anywhere. But, I just wanted to try and get a feel for how many people, rode down here instead of parking. And one reason, obviously, why that you could ride is the principal shared path runs along the railway line about a kilometre away over on the right. And there's an existing shared path which allows you to get down here. Problem is, once you get here, riding on that road is an absolute flippant nightmare, particularly when there's a lot of traffic, and I dislike it intently. The flip side is you can try and ride along the footpath, but although it's legal in WA, it's also a complete pain in the backside because it's not wide enough to really be a shared path with pedestrians and cyclists. So you have to ride on the grass and it's very off-putting. So it's not the world's greatest cycling experience. We're kind of, we're neither fish nor fowl, but, people still do it. Anyway, I think that whole thing about, removing parking, killing Sculpture by the Sea is just rubbish.